The sun rises over the freshly minted streets of our little corner of the world. And from the top floor of my modest little starter home, I can keep a close eye on the neighborhood. You never know what suspicious activities might unfold when a bunch of blocky adults are let loose with shovels, redstone, and far too much imagination. In episode 1, we got this place up and running. Now the neighborhood has paths, names, and more charm than a wandering trader on discount day. I'm Big Speezy, and welcome back to the SlowNerd server. Today, we're gonna do a little more than peeking through windows. It's time to expand our operations. I mentioned last time that we need to get a storage system together. I'll show you what I've designed and what I've built. And we've created a workspace as well. And then the big one. We've picked out a place for our mega base. It's ambitious, it's massive, and well, it's probably gonna take all season. So grab your hard hat and your spyglass, and let's get to work. We left off last episode way down here on the train tracks. We've finished our starter house here. We still got to do some terraforming around here. But let's go down and look at what we've done for a starting storage system. It's a bit overkill, but Splash had the request to have a storage area. And this little area just wasn't going to cut it. We've got our enchanting set up here. We've got some space for some books. But let's go down and look at our actual storage area. Had to make it fit here. Let's go check it out. Here's our elevator. And we are down now in our storage area. Let's take a look. So I did this all out of like the dark wood and kept these arches in here because our main base is just going to have a ton of these arches. It's kind of like a Victorian style build. And it features a lot of brick. So we've got brick leading up to our starter build and tons of storage space. It's all manual, but with it labeled, we know exactly where to go for, say, our mass items that we'll need a ton of, which this past month we have just been working tirelessly when we are available to get all the resources for this build. Because when I say it's massive, it is massive. I had a big blank space here for the floor, so I just did a little chest. Kind of gives off some Zelda vibes. Behind here, we've got a little space. Right now we're using it for our nether wart. Maybe we'll put a brewing area or something back there. And then under this, Splash did quite a bit to get this functional. So again, we needed tons of bricks. Here's our bricks. We've got a smelting setup and our lava sources. Splash has been hard at work with clay. So we have an area that can turn clay into, mud, dirt into mud, mud into clay, and then clay into bricks to get us all of this. So it's a cool little room. Not much to it other than, making it a little more aesthetically pleasing than dirt walls and no real design. So Splash came up with this. I think it looks awesome. It's fun. We've got a little fishing pool down here with all of our tropical fish. And I really love our storage room. I think it fits really cool with what we're going with this season's builds. Um, and then we have Copper Trail. So I've been working. I mentioned at the start that all the neighborhoods have come up with their own names, and ours is Copper Trail. So we're going with this kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, like a southwesterny vibe. Waffle and X had the idea of creating this like archway. Waffle did this totem pole here, which is awesome. And then we're kind of making these paths our own, so we went with like this orangish theme, and of course mixing in all this copper. So all this copper is going to go from here all the way through. I've done maybe the first eighth of the neighborhood. There's still a lot to go, and I think I'm getting attacked by phantoms. And it's going to go all the way back here. To Ant's Tower, which it's somewhere around this carrot. I can see it in the distance. Ant's Tower here with the black stone. We're going to extend these paths all the way out here, because roughly when we were naming the neighborhoods, I think these paths were where Copper Trail cut off. So I think these last free plots will be kind of where we fade out of the copper, and then leave these northern plots to be another neighborhood if more start settling in the area. But I think that's the idea. So we've got a lot of work here, and it's just kind of been an on and off project as I need to break up other things or find time to do it. I've just been updating the paths. Go from this standard path block, which everybody has, over into something more fitting for our neighborhood. Since last episode, we have also built a shop. So let's head over to the shopping district and get a look at our shop. So we built a Guardian farm. We used ENX04's design, so we've been using that to get our XP, and decided that we'd just sell Prismarine and the sea lanterns. Couldn't find my words there. All the kind of nautical themed goods. We're going to go the long way around the shopping district, and we can see here there's a lot taking shape here. A lot of shops here. And our horse does not like the first bridge that's over there. So we're going to go the long way around. And we'll come up to our shop, which is Naughty by Nature. Again, selling all that nautical stuff. And we've made some good sales so far. We'll park Winnie right here and head on in. Let's see if we've made any sales since. Cod's still pretty good. Running a little low on the first two Prismarine, and nobody's touching the while they're breathing yet. With this shop, I want to make some sort of like tossing game too. So we get a lot of pufferfish from the farm. I want to make a game where your nerds can come over here and, I don't know, pay a diamond for like 8 pufferfish. and it'll be like the same price of trying to buy Prismarine. Maybe you'll get a little better discount. Like, I don't know, 8 puffer fish. If you make all 8, you get 2 stacks. Like 16 per puffer fish made. But there's a hopper under this cauldron, and I'm thinking I could make some sort of game out of this. Again, you throw it from like here, and you try and make the puffer fish into the hopper, and it'll pay you out. So a fun way to get, if you want to take the chance to get maybe double the Prismarine for half the price. So I'm still thinking about that. But here's our shop, Naughty by Nature. Winnie, let's go check out the main base. So man, town center, Apple Valley, looking sweet with these community builds. Apple, Nikki did a great job here. Did you? So while we go to our base, did you know that in 1873 the town of Bumbleswitch tried to ban trains entirely after startling a neighbor's prized goose? Did you know that? Motion passed, but the train didn't stop. It just apologized loudly with its whistle every time it went by. Yep. 1873. The more you know. So we're out here now in the southwestern part of the map. We're southwest of spawn. It's about that direction. And if you can see from this giant block, the red outline, that is roughly the size of our base. And this is the short end. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but we've got a waffle party joining us. And it's going to stretch all the way to the end of these sea lanterns. Let's see if we can find the end of our sea lanterns. But this is going to be an all-season project, so stick with us and see this base come to life, right? We are all the way down to here. So a little past our sea lanterns, but we've got, what's this? 1383. And of course we didn't put down the original starting block, so let's go back. 1383. Got 100 blocks already, and we still don't see the end of it yet. There's the end. 200 blocks. 300 blocks. Oh no, Winnie. Let's get out of here, Winnie. How do we do this? Winnie's a good jumper. All right. And let's see. That's about 400 blocks, 400 meters. And it's about, I think it's like 100 meters wide. But we're going to have to take down some hills, take down some land, level set, 1200. Oh, come on, Winnie. 1,200 to 1,000, so it's about 200 blocks wide by 400 blocks long. Gonna be a fun project. So we've got materials we've been bringing over and storing, and it's gonna start taking shape here soon. I think I'm gonna get started on the base, and maybe we'll come back to some progress next episode. I think that about does it. Another quick episode. But if you'd like to join us here on the SlowNerd server, click the link below and start the application process to join us in our Discord. SlowNerd is an adult-only Minecraft community. At SlowNerd, you can play without being concerned that somebody will steal or destroy your builds. Most of our players are 30 plus and have jobs and families. So you don't have to rush and spend countless hours to try and keep up. We're all here to have fun and play Minecraft together. Anyways, catch you next time. See ya.